Before, during, and after team journey sessions, we will be pulsing out questions to you and the rest of your team in order to gauge how your team feels about some important issues and the big topics of the day. And Pulse is a great way of being able to make people aware emotionally of how their team really feels, as well as personally discovering how you feel about some areas of the business or society. Now, the Pulse tool can be activated just by clicking on the top left notification bell icon. When you see the bubble lit up in pink, that is an indicator that you have a pending notification. So if you click on the notification bell, you'll then be taken to your Pulse notifications list, and this is where all your notifications will drop into. Now, there are two different types of questions that we pulse out via the Complete app. That's a question that relies on emotion science and a question that relies on Likert scale. So if you see a question that starts with how do you feel, that is a question that is designed to unlock the emotion science insight within the team. So click on how do you feel right now, and you'll be taken to the universe of emotions where you'll be asked to respond to this question via an emotional response. And the power of this is that if we group together the results of all the team, we can paint a very, very visual emotion heat map that can be used to gauge how the team feels on average. And we can look at these heat maps by clicking on the burger menu and clicking the heat map option. And what you'll start to see are these powerful team heat maps that build up over time, where you can see where is the home planet within the team, where's the center of gravity? Are we being pulled to the left, to the right? Are we being pulled in a vertically upwards direction or a vertically downwards direction? And is that heat map, if this is a repeated question, is that heat map changing over time? So if it's a question such as how do you feel right now, that clearly is gauging the feeling within the team currently. And it's often good to pulse out that question regularly to see how the general level of well-being and mood within the team changes throughout the year. The second question that you can start to pulse out to your team are Likert scale questions. So these are often questions that start with how would you rate? And when you click on it, you will see a completely different menu presentation. Here, you'll just be asked from the scale of 1 to 10 to rate or log a score. So in this case, how would you rate your week so far? Well, I'm going to put pretty good week so far, so I'm going to put a 7. And through the Likert scale responses of individuals, we can start to map out the average response through a bar chart, as well as being able to provide you a net promoter score for your team. So if you want to get people's view on the latest strategic change within the company, we can use Likert scale scores and our net promoter score to be able to identify the percentage of the team that are actively promoting that strategy against the percentage of the team that are detracting away from that strategy. And you can blend these questions in together. So you can use the Likert scale responses in order to get a general view of how people rate the strategy. And then you can use the emotion science questions and interweave them in order to get a feeling of what's specific about the strategy they don't particularly fancy or they are very passionate about. So this is the power of using our Pulse tool in order to be able to gauge that well-being intelligence and data across the team, tracking it over time and seeing in real time how the energy levels in the team and the emotional palette and position of the team is changing. An extremely powerful tool. We'll be using it throughout the team journey, and hopefully after the team journey, you'll start using it within your own departments in order to get a better sense of how the team is feeling.